All right, Samori Benjamin here with Detroit Tigers outfielder Akil Baddoo. And Akil, in his very first game, very first at-bat, very first pitch, hit a home run. And then the second game, next game, hit a grand slam. The first player in Tigers history to hit a home run in his first two career games. So, Akil, thank you for joining us, man. And I know you are from the Georgia area, so just how did you first get into baseball?
Yeah, I'll probably say it was something like my parents kind of instilled in me at a young age. My dad was big on collecting baseball cards, so he would tell me about all the late grades and waiting for my time at Little League. And that kind of drew me towards baseball and continued that long.
So as a kid, did you have a team that you rooted for?
I actually did have a team that I rooted for. It's the team I'm facing right now.
So the Yankees?
Yeah, that's no longer my team now.
I heard that, man.
But yeah, that was my team growing up. Both my parents were born in New York.
Awesome. So was I'm a Yankee fan too, so I grew up being a Yankee fan, so I know what that's like. Nice, man. You were born 98, right? Okay, 98. So that was, you know what? The Yankees on Saturday, actually, in 3 days are honoring the 98 championship Yankees. They set the all-time record for most wins in the season with 125. So, yeah, I mean, just as a kid growing up, you know, you're a pro now, we know that, but as a kid growing up, what are some of your memories of just watching the Yankees?
A lot. I mean, I got a lot of memories. Obviously, was the man in second base. Alex Rodriguez was at third. And that whole infield, Aaron Jeter was on Posada, and Eddie Pettit with nasty kickoffs to first, and Mariano Rivera closing the game each and every day. So it was a sight to see. It was a really good team. So
yes.
I was a fan of this for a while.
No question. So was your favorite player a player on that team or another player somewhere else?
Favorite player on that team was Robinson Cano.
Cano, definitely. Cano had the sweetest swing, one of the sweetest lefty swings you'll ever see. Now, were you a fan of football or basketball?
I'm a big basketball guy. Lakers fan.
Lakers fan.
Because of Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was never after a long time. That's next to him. So that's why I followed the Lakers.
Definitely. How about football?
Football, I was all over. I was a coach growing up because of Peyton Manning, and then I fell off of football.
Okay, so you made it here to the pros. At what point in your development did you think that you had a realistic chance of making it to the major leagues?
I'll probably say my senior year in high school when I started having probably 85% of the pro teams coming to my game and watching me play. And that's when I realized I had a good shot at getting drafted and I had a lot of talent to make it to the big leagues. Okay, now I know you were drafted in 2016 by Minnesota, second round, I believe. And the minor league system is something that everybody has to go through. It's a grind. It can take a lot of guys several years to make it through. But just, what do you first remember about being drafted out of high school in 2016 by Minnesota? Honestly, that was a dream come true. That's something I've been working for my whole life, and to be able to see my name being called on TV, so people all over the world in Trinidad and Africa and New York to see my name across the board it was pretty beautiful to see, and I'm just extremely blessed. So
yeah, and your dad is originally from Ghana, right? And your mom Trinidad, right?
Yeah, both my parents were born in New York. My grandparents were born in Ghana and Trinidad.
Okay. All right, and I wanted to ask you, when you were growing up, were very many of your black peers in Georgia into baseball?
A little bit, a small circuit. Georgia got a lot of guys, and you got a lot of African American guys that have a lot of talent. And so I had a good little group that was into it, but in my hometown specifically, not really. I was kind of like that only guy in high school where people were like, oh, we're gonna go to the game to see Akil play and see what baseball's talking about, and that's kind of what brought people to the games.
Got you. Okay, so I know you were in Minnesota's farm system doing your thing, and then you had Tommy John surgery, I believe, in 2019. And then by 2020, you were in the Rule 5 draft. You were unprotected by Minnesota. And then Detroit, they select you in the Rule 5 draft at the end of 2020 in December. And then a few months later, 2021, you are making your major league debut with the Detroit Tigers on opening day. So just how was that for you? Just, the Twins never gave you a shot in the majors, and then you're taken by Detroit, and then a few months later, you're making your major league debut.
Yeah, I mean, that was a whirlwind. I was blessed that the Twins gave me the opportunity to get drafted and be able to be seen by other teams, and I was fortunate enough to get picked up by the Tigers. 05, which I danced for that as well. And essentially, I got my big league call sooner than I expected. So I had to mature and develop quickly and kind of prepare myself for the big leagues and call myself a big leaguer and carry myself as that and believe that as well.
And the first time I heard your name was that opening day for you, and I remember you hitting a home run in your first at-bat, and I remember them showing your family. And your family was just out here today, here in New York, supporting you, so it's a beautiful thing. So I would ask you what you remember about that first Major League game, but I'm sure obviously it's probably that moment right there.
Yeah, I mean, that moment was everything to me, having my family there. I mean, they've been with me through a lot, you know, they stuck with me all the grind and going to different tournaments and traveling to different states, out of the country, to Puerto Rico, different places, Dominican Republic. So it was beautiful to see them, all that hard work, all the stuff that I did when I was younger pay off. And that in front of me was pretty beautiful to see.
And then I know the next game, like I said, you hit a grand slam. And then shortly after that, you had a walk-off hit for Detroit, and you had a really cool just rookie season. So just after that rookie season, just that whole 2021, just how was it for you to finally be able to achieve that dream and get your feet wet in the majors?
It was definitely it was a blessing, you know, because I worked all my life in the off season just to prepare myself for this moment. And to see all that hard work finally pay off and to see it shown on the big league level, it was just a big honor for me. So I was just glad to have the opportunity to be in the big leagues and call myself a big leaguer.
Being a major leaguer, were there any major leaguers who, you know, as a kid growing up watching pitcher or another hitter, obviously, and when you got here, you might have faced them on the mound or faced them as an opponent, and you were just like, wow, I can't believe I'm actually facing this guy right now?
Yeah, I think it's a few guys. I mean, at first I wanted to say like having a teammate like Miguel Cabrera was kind of crazy to me. So when I first had that call, having him there was pretty cool. And I was probably say playing against Mookie Betts and pitcher wise, Chris Sale. You know, it was a couple other guys, but try not to get too flabbergasted about that stuff. You know, it's just we're the same person, and we just come out there and I come out there and compete every day.
All right, two more for you. In Detroit, just when you're around the city, how much interest do you see amongst the black people, the black community, maybe in the stands? How many black folks do you see come out to the game? Just so how much interest in the black community in Detroit do you see towards baseball?
I actually see a lot. You know, I actually did a couple stuff with Players Alliance and a couple places that we went where we saw like some kids and we had like some kids come out and kind of show their support and just let them know that anyone can make it to the big leagues. It doesn't matter the color of their skin. And we need a lot more black people in this game of baseball. It's at its lowest point at this very moment, I think. So, you know, just letting them see a familiar face and letting them know that it's okay to play baseball and keep going. You know, it's a lot of failures in the game of baseball. Just gotta keep going and keep heading.
All right, last one for you. So tonight, you're here at Yankee Stadium, and you've been here before, but grew up a Yankee fan, and we know that the Yankees are the most iconic sports franchise, 27 World Series championships. So Yankee Stadium, always a big deal to be in and to play in it. Oh my goodness! So, what's it like for you when you come here and able to play here in the Bronx, Yankee Stadium?
It's a lot of character here, man, and it looks a lot better in person than it does on TV. I would say that. So, to have my family here and to step on this field where a lot of greats before me stepped on this field is pretty remarkable. It's a blessing. I will take that tonight.
Okay, one more last one actually. I know you're the only Afro-American player on Detroit, so. You know, sometimes kids could be watching TV, might see you and get inspired. So that's something that you're cognizant of when you're out on the field?
Very mindful of that, how I carry myself and my attitude, my hustle, that stuff that you can control. So I always make sure I lead by example. All right,
Akil Baddoo, fellas, everybody, ladies, fellas, one of the most exciting players in the game. We appreciate you, man. Thank you. Have a good one, man.
Appreciate it.
We're back.